He is one half of the Imagine Tag Team Champions, Ross & Son. He is James Ross. Likes to call himself the great neighbor.
Yeah, the most recent graduate of Imagine Dojo right there, James Ross.
His opponent, he is one half of the Rad Boys. He is Bangin' Jake Wily.
One of my all-time favorites here at Imagine, underrated, strategic, and look for him to kick someone's head off here.
You know, I mentioned this term last week, and it's another, a high wrestling IQ. And this is another one of these guys in the wrestling business. Some guys are so naturally gifted, but then other guys have have all the physical tools, and then you have other guys who have insanely high wrestling IQs. That doesn't mean, they're going to score a 160 on your standard IQ test. But if wrestling had an IQ test, Jake Wily would come out very high on that particular test.
Oh, absolutely. I compare him to the likes of like Brad Armstrong from the past. Just a great hand, really knows his way around that ring. Jake Wily also known for some innovative offense, very strategic, targeting the point of the jaw, behind the ear, the top of the head.
Nice. Look at that counter.
Right there, you see that innovation already coming into play.
You talk about Brad Armstrong earlier. I think that's a great comparison. That's a counter you might have seen out of a Brad Armstrong.
Absolutely.
Jake Wily is dynamic and underrated in that ring for sure. His match Saturday night, he was not able to come out on top, but man, you want to talk about a fight between him and Gorgeous Gregory. It was something to behold.
Yeah. Jake Wily is no slouch. He comes out every time he brings it, and he doesn't just bring it like a berserker. He has a strategy, and he will stick to it.
There are some guys that you would clearly say a berserker is a good way to describe him. Got him nice with that spring-style drop kick. One in the ribs and one in the face. Very calculated, very good targeting on that shot.
Absolutely. Springboard off the second rope, drop kick right in the mush.
Well done, man. I'm impressed with what we're seeing out of Jake Wily tonight. You got to be impressed with this James Ross, too. When I was first hearing about this James Ross, I didn't know what to think. This guy, another guy, son of John Ross, you thought, boy, what kind of weirdness are you going to see? And no doubt, you see a lot of weirdness out of the Rosses, but the kid can fight.
He can fight. He can.
And he's smart as well, man.
He's knucklehead.
Whoa!
Beautiful textbook Jake Wily drop kick. Knocking the diamonds right off that sweater.
These drop kicks have been textbooks tonight.
They really have been. James Ross is a guy, if he could get away from John Ross, once again, very underrated performer, whether I agree with what he does or not. There's the back elbow right to the mush. Jake Wily in control here.
They're saying they're having trouble hearing you, Jimmy. Let's go ahead and move this microphone in a bit. We'll share a bit. I'll tell you what, you keep calling the action, I'll check on the sound.
All right. Kato steps away from the stand here as we see a quick takedown by James Ross. 2 count only. Jake Wily quick to get them shoulders off the mat. If you haven't already, thank you for tuning in tonight. Take a second to like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell on all things Imagine Wrestling across all social media platforms. James Ross taking it to Jake Wily here with a hammer right between the shoulder blades.
There you go. Gilman,
back there.
Not quite the same skill level as James Ross is executing right now.
Gelman back there is sleeping the wheel, but James Ross is not. Took the upper hand on Jake Wily while you're away from the desk here.
Why am I not surprised to see? I'm assuming it was in some sort of dubious manner, knowing these guys.
It was questionable. You'd have to watch the replay back yourself, but it's questionable.
Gotta watch your shots. I'll tell you. I've not read every page of the rule book, but I feel like those shots right to the base of the skull in the neck, to me, should be illegal.
Then he followed up with a high kick to the side, almost in the kidney. James Ross, just absolutely brutal.
I think some of what you're seeing right now is also the after effects of last Saturday, where Gregory really put a pounding on Jake Wily. Jake Wily, late in the match, able to build some sort of rally, although it wasn't quite enough, and then they took the beating from the Rosses after that. So essentially, you're looking at a guy that had 3 matches in 4 days. And, I know guys all over the world have done it, but when you're not used to it, It is a mountain to climb to have that many matches in that short of time.
Especially that one being that war with Gregory. Those guys held nothing back, and he's fought twice since then. So Jake Wily, top-notch performer here in Pennsylvania. I'd rate him and Braden Elliott as the top tag team right now in PA.
Certainly right up there. The argument would be, though, Rosses are the champs. And at the end of the day, however they've done it, they've managed to hold on to these tag team titles for quite a while. So you got to give them credit, whether you like them or not. Personally, I don't necessarily agree with all of their antics, but they have managed to hold on to these titles a lot longer than I think a lot of people would have said.
Yeah, and you raise an interesting point. Does that put them one notch up on the Rad Boys and make them better? Regardless of their methods, they're there. I mean, they are where they are.
Family photo.
Oh, look at this guy. Family photo.
Yes, the Rosses feel like we don't have enough reasons to not like them. There's a family photo right there.
I almost said a curse again when I saw that family photo post. It was hard not to say the bad word.
2 count only. Referee Mike Zeke on top of it.
Yeah, man. This is a pretty dynamic series of offensive strikes that we've seen out of James Ross. He got him in deep, had that all the torque on the back just a little bit ago. He's delivered a series of really stiff shots all the way from the base of the neck all the way down into the middle of his back. So it's been a very sort of tight, on the spine type of attack, and it has worked to perfection.
Absolutely. James Ross keeps brushing the hair back there. That stuff grows down and touches the collar. He might get grounded by his father.
Speaking of hair, there's James Ross. Come on, referee. He's pulling his hair. Come on now.
Jake Wily definitely showing that wear and tear right now.
Yeah, well, I can tell you, he's saying he didn't do it, but I saw it as plain as day. It's right in front of me here. And again, got him stomped in the throat in the corner. Looks like he's getting him lined up, man. This could be real problems for Jake Wily. Sets him up. Oh, and he hits a sliding clothesline. Oh, my God. I mean, this kid has one of those faces you just want to sucker punch him.
Yeah, the apple didn't fall that far from the tree. Showing shades of his father there.
Oh, not much on that kick out. Holy cow. Would you have thought we'd have seen Jake Wily in this kind of trouble tonight?
You know, if James Ross would have capitalized after that sliding lariat and slid in there and covered his man, he very well could have won this match. There we go. We've seen the body scissors before. How about a reverse bear hug from James Ross?
Good strategy. If you can get your fist up underneath the ribs and not allow that diaphragm to expand, it'd be hard to breathe. And that's what he's going for right now. This could legitimately be a submission right here.
Yeah, real uncomfortable situation here. Jake Wily tried to fight out of it.
Oh, he found a way out. Drives James Ross face first into the top turnbuckle. Big elbow right on the point of the jaw. Maybe slightly to the right of the jaw. Oh, that one caught all of his jaw.
Saw his head kick back. That was brutal.
What's he going for? Caught him, drove him down.
Almost a seated senton assistant from the corner. Jake Wily, very innovative here, trying to get something going. This might be the momentum he needs here, Kato.
Trying to find some moxie. Oh, he caught him right in between the eyes on that punch.
Beautifully done.
Point to the elbow, same spot.
Dusty Rhodes style on the elbow.
Oh, beautifully done on that forearm strike. Caught him right on the side of the jaw. And the mushroom stomp could spell disaster for James Ross. 2. Oh, we were a moment away from Jake Wily getting to pick the stipulation in that tag match on March 4th. We are in desperation mode right now. Whoever can find some sort of deep fight now is going to come out on top. Oh, he caught him.
Foot to the scalp almost seals it for Jake Wily.
We set him up. Looks like a DDT. This is how... Going for a neck breaker. Oh, this is how they won the match Saturday. Deep roll up. No, kicked out this time. Oh, beautiful elbow. You can't underestimate the fight of this James Ross. Raining down fist now.
Beautiful counter there by Jake Wily, but I think it only angered James Ross. Now he's raining down the ground and pound. Looks like he's removing the
he
wrist
got
tape.
the wrist tape.
Looks like he got the wrist tape.
I I'm certain he has the wrist tape. I'm certain he had the wrist tape. It looked like it from my angle.
Just a hold. Tap, Jake.
He was definitely choking him.
I'm no snitch, but I saw what I saw. I mean, look, he's got it again. He's got it again.
He's choking him again. Come around the other side. Come around the other side.
I'm not joking. Have a hold.
Braden Elliott trying.
I think you might want to check his hands. He's definitely choking him with that tape. He's got it again. Get over there. Come around the other side.
Camel clutch. Camel clutch.
You got to get around the other side if you're going to see it. He's doing it again. He's doing it again.
Braden
Braden Elliott has seen enough. Come on, this is ridiculous. I don't blame Braden Elliott, but he has cost his team now. He has cost his team. Oh, that's too bad, man. That is too bad.
You know,
I guess
I feel
Ross
like-
and Son are going to pick the stipulation now, right?
Yeah, and I can't imagine what weird stipulation that's going to be.